And the goal of every human being, the real, true goal, is to make that portion which is divine within him reunite with the divine spirit. Sounds beautiful. But when you read Hinduism, you find this is the same teaching. The Hindus believe that the human soul is a part of the universal soul, Brahman, which was released when the person, ends his cycles of rebirths. When he reaches the state of nirvana, he no longer is reborn, then that divine soul which is inside of himself reunites with the universal soul. This is their belief. Some people will argue, well, just because it's the Hindu belief, it doesn't mean that it's wrong for us to believe this. No, this is evidence that this was the true teaching. Because there it is amongst Hinduism, it is from the teachings of the prophets that went to the Hindus. And this confirms the truth of our teachings. But, in fact, this is not true. Because the spirit itself is something which Allah created. Allah is not a spirit, nor does he have a spirit. When the Prophet ﷺ was questioned about the spirit by the Jews, and he asked Allah, Allah told him to say to them, قُلِ الرُّوحْ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي. The ruh, the spirit, is from my Lord's command. It is by my Lord's command. Allah says, if Allah wishes a thing to be, He only orders kun fayakun. His command is be, and it is. The spirit is created. Allah is not a spirit, nor does He have a spirit. In fact, you find when you read through the Quran, and as I said, you have to read throughout the whole Quran to get the correct picture of the Islamic concepts. Because if you take a verse out of context, then, that is out of context of the rest of the Quran, you can get other meanings. Allah refers throughout the Quran to a number of things as being His. But do we believe everywhere that Allah says this is His, that this literally means that it is His? For example, when Allah says, this is in reference to Prophet Saleh sent to the Thamud, and the camel which was sent to him, هذه ناقة الله لكم آية فذروها تأكل في أرض الله. This is Allah's camel sent to you as a sign, so allow it to graze in Allah's earth. We have in this verse Naqatullah, Allah's camel, and Ardullah, Allah's earth. Do we believe that Allah has a camel? No. When Allah refers to the masjids on the earth as being Buyutullah, the houses of Allah, do we believe that Allah has a house? He lives in a house? No. So Allah will refer to certain aspects of His creation as being His. But it doesn't mean in the literal sense His, in the sense that it is actually a part of Him. There are certain times when He refers to something as being His which refers to a part of Him. In the sense when Allah refers, for example, to His mercy. It is His mercy. But it's just like yourself. When you talk about my hand and my shirt, these two things have two different meanings. Although in both cases you're saying mine. My hand and my shirt. My hand, this is something which is a part of you. My shirt is something which you acquired, which you put on, you can take off. It's not a part of you. So when we find that Allah refers to certain things in the Quran as being His, we have to put it in one of these categories. Either something which actually is His, meaning a part of Him, something from Him directly, or something which is from His creation. And we find that Allah will refer to things of His creation as being His as a means of honoring it. Because all houses on the earth are Allah's, in the sense that He is the one who gave man the means and the materials to make these houses. The means, the materials, and the intelligence. They're His, all His. But the houses in which He is worshipped, Allah refers to these as His because they are more honored. He has raised them in honor over the rest of the houses by calling them His, because He is worshipped in these houses. Similarly, all camels are Allah's. But the camel which was sent as a miracle to Prophet Salih,